Welcome, and thanks for joining. Hope you are doing well. Let's get to it. So that little buggy is getting some uranium. Hopefully we're gonna have quite enough in order to go through. I see there's a dangerous reaver encounter that side. There's also a reaver over there by the junk ore handling facility, taking that guy out. So yeah, it's been busy. I think I did most of the welding on this side. Let me just come through here and check. And then today I definitely want to come and start working on the front section of the ship, and then we still got the back side and the underside to do. Yeah, it's going to be quite interesting. I started with the wing section this side, but I'm not fully sure what I want to do. Maybe change these out a little bit. Just take a look here. So what I'm thinking is maybe just get the coloring correct. Bringing it in something like this. And have a little inner section. Yeah, I don't know. It all depends on how far it's gonna come backwards as well, because we also need to extend this little section. Interesting. And I still have to come and finish off some of the other armor blocks around the side here. Just to get it to match evenly with the other side. Don't have enough steel plate. Okay, that's gonna be a problem. So let's go inside and grab a few things here. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I wonder, how do I want to do the front side? Because I like the look of the Viper that I've been using mostly before. And it comes down with a little sharper nose section this side. And there's nothing else I really want to place down here. I think the medical room is protected by a 3 armor layer thick piece of heavy armor. So that is definitely worth a while. And then I started to bring it down. What I'm thinking of doing is, let me just extend it out a little bit more. And then from here we're going to bring it down with another slow block. I'm not gonna go all out in trying to do like the best cosmetic work ever, because there's no way that I can do that. I'm not used to building ships like this. But nonetheless, I'm still gonna give it a go. And then what I'm thinking is bringing it in on this side as well then. Just make it a little bit narrower at the front side. And then hopefully it's gonna give a little bit more shape to the ship then. Also got all of the other thrusters placed in there. There's something else that I'm also really thinking of doing, and that is going to be to add a couple of extra hydrogen tanks. I don't think we can fit the large ones, but I can add a couple of the smaller ones, like one line, 2 spaces out like this all the way through, and just see if I can get a bit more hydrogen stored up, because we got our little hydrogen room, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Let me just come inside here real quick. Yeah, we only got the smaller tanks, and then we got 4 large hydrogen tanks at the back side. So even though it is quite a few tanks, but I don't think that it is going to be enough. Just have to come and get a couple extra blocks down here and take a look at what can we do to make this look like something. Still got a lot of painting work to do as well then. Okay, this might end up being a little bit more interesting. I see there's another 2 Reaver ships close by. A Berserker and a Slayer ship. I really don't hope they're gonna come and mess around here. We definitely won't take any damage with the shield, so we should be protected. But the thing is, I want to work without any issues. Now I've gone ahead and got some of the blocks down this side. Oh boy, little copycat, come on, don't crash. Yeah, it definitely doesn't have all of the thrust there. Just a little bump on the ground, not all that bad. Let's see if I weld up this a little bit. I'm starting to run low on the metal grid, so I'm really gonna have to do that. But for the most part, we should be a-okay. I don't think it's going to be much of a problem. I just hope those blocks at the back are welding up. The only problem doing it this way, if you add a double layer, but it should be able to weld it back there. So let me just get this done. It should be a lot better. If only there was a way to add the piston with the welder heads to go ahead and do this, would have been so much better. But having to move the piston around the whole time also really wouldn't be all that good. And then hopefully the game sounds are going to be correct. I don't know if my sneaky sounds are working. I don't know. It just seems a bit loud today. Nonetheless, I'll take a look at that if it's going to be a problem there. But we're nearly done with this ship. I can't wait to finally complete it. I'm gonna have to go around and get a lot more metal grit in here. But this should give me an idea of what it's gonna look like with the blocks fully welded up instead of just the frames. And I really hope this thing is gonna win in battle. Because I'm not exactly sure how many ways we have to go through there with the drones. But nonetheless, we're still gonna push and see if we can do them all. And then there's also something interesting that I want to test out as well. If we can build there, wherever that is going to be, I'm guessing it's going to be in space. If we go over there, can we actually place down a shield and activate it in order to protect that little station there while we go out and have a couple of battles there? Because I'm quite sure you're going to have to protect that entire thing. And if something happens, this is going to be all for naught. And I definitely don't want to have that being the case, because I do want to complete that and also see if we can get that achievement there for doing it. And then I still have to go and take a look at the other scenarios. So we still got quite a few things to do here, Space Engineers, while they are busy refining Space Engineers too, because I really want to get to doing that one day as well. But definitely not just the creative mode. It has to have a survival mode. Otherwise it's not going to be much fun for me. But nonetheless, let me just continue welding up these last couple of blocks, see what other ones we can place, because we need to start working on the thruster placement now. Okay, well, this might not be good. Reverse. Move to engage. Where? That's gonna be the thing. We got an unknown signal for spat over there. We got a UTC escort definitely in a hurry going somewhere. I wonder if it's them and the Reavers that's gonna have a fight. Well, let's go and take a look there real quick. Maybe we can get in close. Don't want to go too far and have them actually attacking me and coming back to the base now. But I think it's gonna be over here. Yeah, I definitely think the UTC ship is going to attack the Reavers. Well, let's go and see if we can take a look at the fight then. Now we got a lethal UTC encounter. What happened to the Reavers one? What's so interesting? Oh bugger. My hydrogen is not all the best though. Gonna have to be really careful with this. Yeah, we're gonna have to go back as soon as we get really low. But that's about 2 kilometers out. He's definitely still heading that side. No, wait a minute. Seems like he's pulling away now. Cheeky bugger. I was hoping to come and see a fight. No, wait a minute. He's going back down again. Come on, I really want to see them pummel one another. The UTC and the Reavers having a little bit of a spat there. Would be so nice to see. I just don't want to go too close here. Come on guys, just head over there, just over the reach. 1.9 Ks for the Reaver and 2.3 for the UTC escort. But I don't see them doing much. I wonder if he's even going to attack or not, but my hydrogen is getting ridiculously low. I should have pulled it. Okay, well, nonetheless, as long as they are busy attacking one another and not taking any hits on my little drilling ships, I'm more than happy to have them just fighting one another. Crazy buggers. Thank goodness they do send a signal out, just to know that they're gonna be mucking about there. But we have to get our thruster placement, so let me just go and do that, and then also take a look at how we can add the armor to the ship then. Because this is going to get quite interesting. It's going to look like a very, very rugged ship. But it shouldn't be too bad. It's definitely taking shape from where it was, just a square little block. It's definitely starting to look like something at least, even though it's not the most cosmetically pleasing thing. It's supposed to be rugged, survive, and that's about it. We don't need it to do much else. It's only for this never surrender scenario. But we do need a name for the ship though. That is something we're definitely going to be needing. So let's come and grab a look here. I've decided to narrow it a little bit more, heading towards the front side. I'll come and add in these armor blocks in the next episode there. Or I'll do it off camera in order to save a bit of time here. Just because I want to get through the designing phase of this. So it's going to be interesting. I need to grab some interior plate then. Bumping up and down on the ship there. So nice to be able to run everywhere. Everything is working out the way I need it for now. Just need to come and get the conveyors. So interesting part is going to be, I want to slope it down even further. So I'm going to bring down the nose going down this side. See if I can add a couple of armor blocks in order to basically describe it what I want to do. Because that door is definitely going to be removed. I'm not going to be keeping it over there. So let's just see, we got one block that's going to slope down. I think I should add one more over this side then. So it's going to be coming down sharper like this then. That was incorrect. And I think I need to start it a little bit. Holy bugger, I forgot about the shield. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh, luckily it's just over here so I can get rid of it. Thank goodness. Yeah, it causes a hell of a lot of clang noises doing that. But nonetheless, I do want to bring it down this side. And then we're going to bring it out forward. Now then, do I bring it back in or do we leave it something like that? Man alive, it's so difficult to decide on things like this. Especially if you never really built a ship like this before. And it also needs to work with the angles of the side of the ship. So it can't be too sharp going up or downwards from here. And I still need to decide how low I want to bring the lower section of the ship as well. What if we do something like that? I think that's going to be even. So that's going to be like a battering ram that we can use even. And instead of just keeping it as a single one, we can add 2 armor block thickness around the sides here. But this one is going to have to be thicker than the other ones. So if we add this, we can add 2 rows of thrusters and then we can bring another point down like that, I think. Hopefully that might work. Right, so I've gone ahead and changed a couple of the blocks there at the front side because I think it was coming down a little bit too sharp. So hopefully this is going to look a little better. It's going to be something more like this. I do want to keep with the shape of the ship though. That is going to be the most difficult thing ever to do. But it should be something else loading in because that was a bit of a lag spike there. I don't really see anything. Okay, well nonetheless, I still got a lot of jobs that I also have to go ahead and complete. But I'm going to go with this then. We're going to have 3 different armor parts over this side where I think the inner side is going to be our hydrogen thrusters, and then we're going to have a couple of ion thrusters in there as well. And I think even to make it look a little bit more different, let's get rid of these blocks real quick. And then I just want to come over the side and take a look here. I wonder, I think I should take away another one. Let's see if we can do something here. Has to go. It's not actually the block I'm looking for, it's this one. See, because we got it sloping inwards on the entire ship like this, I wonder if I shouldn't keep with it. Because that's going to allow me to extend it out a little bit more. And also give a different shape to the front side. Oh, this is truly, truly interesting to do. Holy bugger. Which way do I want to do it? Let me get the thrusters first. Because if I can get that down, it should be a little bit easier to see where and how I want to do it. So let's just grab all of the hydrogen ones. And then also, where's the warfare ion? I don't think I'm going to go with the large one, but I've been using these for the most part. See, I do want to have them covered, because if they take any damage, it might cause a little bit of an issue there. Let me see. I'm gonna have to remove this block. It's not gonna work over there. But what we can do is add one of the slope blocks on top here, along with a solid block over this side, I think. No, it's not gonna work. Well, it might actually do. The thing is, I want to get 6 thrusters in total, so it has to be 3 going upwards and then also 3 of them going downwards. Yeah, so this one is gonna have to be removed in order for it to fit in there. So let's go over to our second hotbar. Holy bugger, that thing is big. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work much, is it? I'm gonna have to bring this entire top section a little bit more forward then. Let me just see if I can figure this out. Gonna have conveyors over there. The hydrogen thrusters aren't all that big. And with that being the case, let me just extend this out. So I'll come and cut them down again in order to do the welding there. I'll cut the armor blocks to get in there. I think that should be a little bit easier to do it. And then just for the normal hydrogen industrial one, gonna be 3 thrusters that side and then also 3 going upwards. So this block is gonna have to be removed. And then we add one of those and then just the industrial hydrogen thruster. And then now I need to armor it up a little bit more. Yeah, this is quite interesting. I'm gonna get all of these cut down. I'll come and extend that little bit over there as well then. Just make sure I get everything cut down. Do I have to figure this out now? Because we do have to do the backside in the next episode, and then it's only the underneath section that we do have to do. And that is probably going to be the most important one of them all. So I'm going to have to leave 2 blocks open over this side before I can add any armor going downwards for the ramming part. So I think something like this should be okay. Then how do we add the slope section? I can add it right on top of the thrusters and bring it out this side. I think this might be the way to go. Let me just get the correct block there. So then it's still going to go downwards like this. I'll change that other one. And then we bring it further like that. And then just another slope section. Okay, so this one is going to have to be removed. And then also get a solid block going in there. And then I'm going to have to move all of the slope sections on this side. It's going to take a bit of finesse to get this done, and it's going to be a massive problem to weld it. Oh boy, I'm only realizing it now. Damn it, I didn't think of that. Interesting. I'll definitely have to take a look at what I'm going to do to get all of these blocks welded. I just want to try and get the general shape, and then we can take a look at it in the next episode. Let me see. Yeah, this is going to have to come forward by another one over here. And then we got our slope section going down. I do want to know or think. Yeah, I think this should be fine. What I this is what I'm thinking is, if I add it then going down like this, hopefully that will be good enough in order to keep the shape of the ship and also have the thrusters completely blocked off there so we don't have any issues with it blowing up some of the blocks. I think it might just look a little bit weird. Nonetheless, I'm gonna grab Copycat, get some steel plates loaded up. I'm just gonna weld the outer blocks in order to see the shape of the ship here. Okay, at the end of the day, I guess you can't really say the thrusters are gonna be really all that protected, is it? And I definitely have to do something with the slope section, because I do see now that I have to bring it down a little bit more that side. Either that, or I'm gonna have to... Go ahead, little Copycat. Are you gonna fly there? It doesn't look like it's gonna crash. Okay, good. Let me just drop all of the steel plates that I do have, because it's a little bit too much here. Okay, there we go. Just go over this side. It is a lot easier getting all of the blocks in place here. Come on. There we go. That's much better. I really wonder why the welding and the grinding sounds are so loud. Have to go and take a look if that sneaky sound mod is working correct. Otherwise, go over to the quieter tools. So I do apologize if it's a little bit too loud. You know what, let's get this one as well. Just have to be really careful with my inventory. I don't want a bunch of blocks flying around here. So if I bring it down to a double over that side, then it should allow me to use the lower slope section. No, it's still not going to allow me to do it. Still has to come down by another one. So we're going to have this thick armor part over here going downwards to the lower side of the ship then. I wonder what I'm going to add in underneath here. This is going to give me way more than enough space in order to add a couple of extra tanks here, even if it's smaller ones. We can have a hell of a lot of them stuck underneath the ship in order to fill up, and also add a couple extra batteries. I just have to come and finish up all of the other conveyor sections in here as well, and add the other batteries like I did over there by the other side. So there's still a lot of work for me to do here in order to get everything done, and it's been taking a hell of a long time in order to get all of this done though. Because there's only so much time that I have in order to get everything correct the way I want it to. So I think over here should be okay, and then we can add it like that. Just bring it in with another slope over here. Take a look. If we weld that up a little bit, what are we going to be left with? It's going to be interesting, this. It's a very, very rugged ship. I don't need a block on this side. It's a little bit too far. There we go. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Can even add a couple extra weapons on the side here now that I think of it. I don't think I'm going to weld this up. I'm going to add a couple extra weapons. Can add a few Gatling guns on the side, a row of Gatling guns there. Either that, or we can add a couple of missile pods. Artillery weapons. There is quite a few things that we can add in here. But I think that's going to be it. The only thing that I'm going to do off camera is just get the thrusters placed in over this side, and then mirror this little section that I got over there as well. Just before I do that, let's just come and check here real quick. So it needs to come down to there. Then go down. And we do need a solid block, so that one is going to have to be changed. I know I'm just placing a block right over it. That's fine. I'll definitely find a way to make this work. Yeah, I think if we do this, it should be okay. Because then, for the most part, the thrusters are definitely going to be blocked off. It's going to give us some armor if we have to ram into something. And it's definitely making sure that the medical room, which is the most vital part of the ship, is definitely closed up and not going to have any kind of issue there. So I'm just going to go around, continue welding up everything over here, and then add in the thrusters on the left hand side with that little tip there on the right hand side, and that is going to be it for the front side of the ship. It's not going to be something extremely fancy or really cosmetically good. I'm just trying what I can do. Yeah, it's going to be my very first ship that I'm building like this, especially on this scale, because this is absolutely large. But nonetheless, I do hope you guys enjoyed the episode and that I see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Alpha Blazed Gamer out.